A big what's up to everybody, welcome back to the channel. This week we are going to be reviewing some of my videos over the last year or so to see what I got right and what I got wrong. The reason why I wanted to make this video before the new season started was just to give myself some accountability. Nobody is above that. And I also wanted to see how my predictions turned out, see what I got, correct, what I got incorrect, and what I can boast about. Now, I have over 40 videos in my catalog last season, which is crazy to actually think about how far how I've come. I'm only going to review about 7 joints, and they are as follows. I have my notes, piece of paper. We're going to be reviewing how the Sixers won the off season, my Steph Curry video, analyzing the Sixers schedule part 1 and 2, reviewing the preseason video, an inconvenient truth about Joel Embiid. I'm not really sure how to edit these joints. This is my first time creating a in-person reaction vid, so please bear with a brother. Without further ado, let's get to the video. Recap of the Philadelphia 76ers offseason heading into the 2020-21 campaign. And this was the video that really blew up my channel. My first joint getting over 20K views, so I appreciate y'all.
Head coach for 7 years in Philadelphia, Milton from deep.
If I'm the Sixers, you didn't arrive at this place this season. I think you have to look at your organization from top down.
I think the reason why, Bulls really like this joint is because of my intro. Coach Cal compared him to Jamal Murray in many recent interviews and said that
I thought he should have gone earlier. Let me just tell you, there's a lot of people going to regret that they passed. There's about 8 positions that they're going to look back a few years from now and say, look where he went and where he could have gone.
This kid just needs to work on consistency, and he should be a piece that will help us into the future, filling in for the Fultz, Josh Richardson role. During the draft, they traded Josh Richardson and a second-round pick for Steph Curry of the Dallas Mavericks. So what does Steph bring, and why is it so important? We have to acknowledge that Bulls really got Steph Curry for Josh Richardson and a pick. That's a fleece. He was brought in to provide backup minutes for Embiid, which we all understand will be needed when we go deep in the postseason this year. What does he bring? A high motor, spark off the bench, put back point guard, rebounding, lobs, and most importantly, a sparring partner for Joel to face during practices. That's all for one. That one was pretty on point. The Sixers definitely did win the offseason last year based off of their moves, and it ended up with us becoming the first seed at the end of the season. So for that one, I would say I got it right. Next video, the Steph Curry joint. With the failures of last season at the hands of the self-imposed bully ball offense, many Sixers fans were optimistic when they found out that the team traded Josh Richardson and the 36th pick for one Steph Curry. We'll be looking at the acquisition of Steph Curry to the team and why I believe it will be the biggest move of the offseason. And it was, because he carried us in the playoffs. Our offensive threat was Steph Curry, so far, so good. In my opinion, all of these threes will occur due to Ben's vision on court or as a result of Joel getting doubled down in the paint. I see Steph with the ball in his hands driving to the hoop, more than likely occurring within smaller lineups when Simmons is the 5-man. Now, while Simmons wasn't the 5-man as much during the season, Doc did play around with Steph Curry. Ball handling, definitely did see Steph Curry drive to the hoop a lot more. I want to see that moving forward. Though he is slow, we could have exploited that a little bit more. Looking at JJ's stats, in his lone 2 seasons with the Sixers, he recorded his highest and second highest points per game totals in his career. Steph really didn't take the JJ role in a sense of not running off of DHOs, dribble drive handoffs. While he was our shooter, that's where you could compare him to JJ. The actual games between JJ and Steph was different, and I did not expect that. This could be due to a couple of things. One could be the 2-man game that was played with him and Embiid that was impeccable. There wasn't a lot of 2-man games between Steph and Joel until the playoffs. So, what am I predicting for Curry stat-wise this season? 1, a career high in 3-point attempts. 2, a career high in 3 points made. I'm predicting that he will score around 15 to 18 points per game. If he plays his cards right, he could definitely be a top 3 candidate for most improved player this year.
And that didn't happen.
All in all, the acquisition,
I was wrong. He attempted 4.9 threes per game, which is a 0.1 less than the year prior on the Mavericks, where he shot 5. If you want to get technical, he tied his most 3-point attempts. He's crazy efficient on 3, bro. That's ridiculous. All right, let's get to the next video. Analyzing the 76ers schedule. Boom. I made 2 of these Johns last year just because the NBA broke up the releasing schedule in 2 parts. One during the earlier season and one later.
Used as this year's All-Star break. No All-Star game this year, unfortunately. But looking at the schedule,
was an All-Star
itself,
game this year.
This first half, if anything, I say bring it on. I think having less spotlight, the better. I want this team to prove that they deserve to be in the primetime matchups going into the second half of the season,
which they
especially
did.
after the way we underperformed last year and people saying he's washed. He has something to prove. Dwight Howard, how the Lakers didn't see the whole need to resign him immediately after being a key piece on the championship squad. Even Mike Scott, last year he had a very off year, proved that he still deserves to be in the league. Look no
Mike Scott
further
didn't do
than
that.
Doc, shaking off the stigma that Maury Ball does not work and that he is a snake oil salesman. So really,
We're still trying to figure out if that's
into
true.
not
If Maury
having these games
isn't
will
a snake oil
actually be a
salesman.
good thing in the end.
I mean, we definitely did have a year where we should have proven what we were about, and up to the playoffs at least we did do that. Unfortunately, we sold when it actually counted. So can you really say we did what we had to do? You can be the judge of that. Part 2.
According to Tankathon, a site that I used to use many times during the process years to see what draft pick the Sixers would get, shout out to them boys, they rank our schedule as the 10th easiest for what it's worth. In my opinion, we will know who the Sixers are around April 17th after the Clips game. By that time, we will have played quality squads.
The only thing about that, there were a lot of injured teams,
a quality fight.
so we didn't really get to see a full barometer of the Sixers' strength.
But honestly, if we are the best, we have to beat the best. And I really do believe Ben and Joe are coming for blood. So if these Bulls really ball out, and gain confidence
Coming for blood,
heading into the
lose
playoffs,
to the
being
Hawks
first or second seed, it's over.
in the second
Like,
round, bro.
It's literally over.
The next one is the preseason review.
And everything honestly looked fine. What I liked in general, we have hella depth. So maybe this time during the game, during the seasons, we won't be down so much because we have a second unit that can actually score on opponents. That would be Shea Milton, who was balling out like the last 2 games. Like he is going to be a very big piece.
Which
Even
he was.
Furkan, even though I still... So my record predictions for the 76ers in the 2021 season will be around 40 to 45 wins. That would be on par with 50 wins if this was a regular year.
Let's see what the Sixers record was last season. 49. I was wrong. I said 40 to 45. I was off by 4.
So my seed prediction, I have the Sixers as a 3 seed when it's all said and done. With that being said, I can see the Sixers falling anywhere from a 2 seed as they're ceiling to a 5 floor. It really just depends on how quickly the offense gels. I would believe that the starting offense would gel quickly. They need to see more action, of course.
I said
but
between a 2
these
and a 5
seed. Season games,
I was
our shots just
pessimistic.
weren't
I was
falling.
pessimistic.
And you figure I have the Bucks as first.
Wrong.
I'm just gonna have the New York Nets, the Brooklyn Nets, rather with KD and Kyrie. We're gonna have to see how healthy they're going to be moving forward. I'm gonna have the Sixers. Next is Boston, then Miami. Honestly, I kind of feel like be able
Boston
to
wrong.
keep up with the rest of the East. Onto the Miami Heat and our good pal Jimmy Butler. I kind of feel like the bubble made them overrated. A lot of Bulls have been telling me that the Hawks are going to be better than the Sixers this year.
Dang, bro. Wow. I'm sick. I'm so hype here, bro.
So I kind of want them to fail.
And that's why I am upset that like the Sixers embarrassed me, bro. I really put this on YouTube, like making fun of the Hawks. 8 months later, you seen what happened, bro. The Sixers owe me. They actually owe us restitution, bro. I can't even talk ball to like, you know, a lot of my friends because all they're going to do is bring up how the 76ers, the first seed in the East, bro, lost to Trae Young. That is ridiculous.
You know the old saying that a picture is worth 1,000 words? Well, this picture tells a story.